Hey everybody, it's Amy Head with New Perspectives for Life. I'm excited to be back with you through these video blogs, and I'm thankful for all of the input that you guys gave me on Facebook as to topics that you would like for me to cover in our time together. So one of the main topics that came through your feedback were things related to our kids in terms of how they're handling their emotions and how they are handling their stress. So that's a huge umbrella topic. I thought I would take some time over the next several videos to break that down a little bit for us and look at some specific things regarding stress, emotions, and our kids, whether it's young kids or preteens or teens or even college-age kids, maybe even adult kids. So there's a lot to cover, but I think today, to get us started thinking about this, one thing I wanted to share with you is that a lot of my clients and their parents come in stressed because the kids are behaving certain ways or making certain choices or using their emotions in certain ways, and the parents are concerned. They're concerned that maybe the kids are becoming introverted, maybe they are becoming less willing to share what's going on in their lives, or maybe they're becoming very externally oriented and they're letting their anger out in inappropriate ways. So they come in because they're not sure what's going on with the child, they're not sure how to handle it. So one thing that I always ask as we're in these sessions, especially the initial session when these are the issues that are presenting, is this. What you're seeing from your child under normal circumstances or through the course of their life, does this behavior seem typical of them or very unusual? Maybe it's not to the level that it would normally be, but is what you're seeing typical or very unusual? That's a really important question, because a lot of times, let's say I have a family come in and the child is having anger outbursts and not controlling their emotions very well. When I ask that question, I might get an answer like, no, he or she's always had trouble with anger, but it just seems like it's getting worse. Or they might say, yeah, I mean, they've always been laid back, they've always managed their emotions well, I don't know where this is coming from. Each of those answers gives me very different information, and I wanted to share that a little bit with you so you can think about maybe with your kids, or if you have friends who have kids who are struggling, this might be helpful. So if the answer is, you know, he or she's always kind of been this way, but for whatever reason it just seems like it's more, that is actually a better sign. That's a good sign, because what it means to me is that the child or the teenager is operating within their normal, natural personality. So they normally naturally have anger issues, but it's just more. And that more part is an indication of their stress level. So in and of itself, that's a good thing, because they are just being more of who they are. And generally, when we are under, even as adults, when we're under stress, tension, change, trauma, pressure, we tend to become more of what we naturally are. Like, I'm a type A personality. If I'm under stress or change or different things, I'm not going to suddenly become laid back. I'm going to get more type A, I'm going to get more on board, I'm going to get more into the solution mode and the doing mode, right? If I'm normally type B, kind of relaxed, laid back, and stress comes on, I'm probably going to be more laid back. You know, more just, oh, whatever, it'll work out. So if you're within your natural personality, that's actually a good sign, and it's good to work with that. If the answer is, you know, this seems very different, they're normally not like this, I don't see this from them, that to me is a little more concerning, because now whatever the stress is now affecting their personality different from what's natural to them. And then we take a different course of action in the counseling sessions, and I know how to then proceed with questions and treatment options and therapeutic skill setting. So that's a good question for you to think about, is whatever is going on with my child, however they're acting, if I think about it, is that kind of normal to their personality but just way more over the top? If so, good, because then at least you know they are still within who they naturally are. If the answer to that is not really, this is very different, then I would definitely say that's probably an indication that the stress is somehow impacting them to where they cannot function as they normally do. This is just a little bit of a question that can give some really good insight moving forward. I hope that's helpful for you. Feel free to leave comments. Feel free to email me at amy@newperspectivesforlife.com. You can find me at New Perspectives for Life LLC on Facebook. Messenger me on Facebook. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them anytime, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks so much.